out here family trip, I want to give you some pro tips, some super cool dad advice, whatever you want to call it. I just realized that somebody else does that. But anyway, this is like legit advice on how to do something from a guy who's never done it before. So if you're into that, stay tuned, check it out. All right, guys, so like I said, you find yourself on a family vacation in a beautiful destination, but the adventure, lust, the thrill-seeking side of you is still there. You can't just relax, so you want to do something cool while you're in a beautiful place and you love to fish and hunt. Well, that's where this comes in, spearfishing. So I'm on a family vacation, like I said, here in Maui. I love chilling on the beach, but I also like to do stuff too. And I love fishing. So me and my son went to the local store, picked up a 3-prong sling. Don't exactly know what it's called. Spearfishing. It's a stick with 3 prongs on it and a big old rubber band, right? And you sling it towards fish, and it works. Super inexpensive way to maybe get out there and add another activity to the beach days. All right, so everybody's chilling on the beach, get restless, go out there. Nearly every beach out here, I had to move the one behind me. It's getting windy and I want to make sure the sound's good, but every beach out here is going to have some type of coral reef in it. They're all for sure going to have fish in there. I think it was 50 bucks for the 3-prong local fish shop. All right, snorkels you can spend 200 or 20 bucks. Pick what fits you and go with that. They're all going to be, you know, it's a preference thing at that point. Little pool noodle, I think they're $2 if you don't have one already at the place you're staying. Some gloves. Got my son these gloves at the local Ace Hardware store. Here, show him the gloves. All right, basic gardening gloves. We're going out without fins We have some fins, but where we're at, the place where we're at, not really necessary, but it is kind of a safety thing. If you're going into more open water, you should probably have some fins with you because the water does move. There are currents and things like that. And then of course some anti-fog on your snorkel gear. Most people out here are using baby shampoo diluted in water, a little spritz on that. You leave it on there. It's baby shampoo, so it doesn't irritate your eyes. And that's really it. You're not going to need a bunch. Oh, sunscreen. Of course, sunscreen. Keep in mind out here in Hawaii, they want you to use, well, it's kind of the law. You're using, it's called Reef Safe. It's really just zinc and mineral. Anyway, it's a different type of sunscreen, so don't bring your own. When you get here, buy what they have. Yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but wear sunscreen or some type of rash guard or something to keep the sun off you, because you're going to lose track of how long you're actually out here. Me and my son will go out here just behind us here, about another 50 yards out, and we'll spend an easy hour before we even come back in for a drink of water. That's another thing. I find it that I'm not drinking as much water as I might normally be out here. You'd think it'd be the opposite, but I'm actually having a little bit harder of a time kind of staying hydrated, so it's something I got to be mindful of, staying on top of. So all these things really inexpensive to get into, and that's really all you're going to need for gear. I don't know what else you would need. And the most expensive thing is, it could be your snorkel mask, whatever you choose, but the sling we bought, we just picked it up at the local it's like a fisherman's store where you buy tackle and fishing poles and weights and stuff. They just got them ready to go. It's 50 bucks, not the end of the world. Licensing, kids don't need, I think it's 16 and under. Double check this before you go anywhere, of course, regulations. 16 and under don't need nothing for marine. Freshwater, also not. But then adults do need something, but it's really cheap if you're out of state. I think it's like 40 bucks or something, not sure. Check it out on your own. Also keep in mind where you're going to be doing this. So I guess that'll segue into the next portion, right? You got your gear out of the way. Well, where do I go to do this? Well, the beach behind me looks really amazing, but finding a good spot is going to be key. Based on your family's needs and your needs, what do you want to do? Do you only want to snorkel and spearfish? Well, that's the only thing you're doing, or do you want to have like just beach time and chill out too? Then you got to meet those needs. I did spend a day and a half finding a good spot before I was like, yeah, this is where we want to do it. Everybody's going to be happy at this beach, and then we just spent basically the whole week out there in the same spot. So that's the location. Time-wise, earlier the better. It's like any other continue fishing. Animals going to be more active right when the sun comes up. You don't have to be that early. Most importantly, it's going to be water clarity. Earlier in the morning, before everything starts moving, the wind, the waves, people getting in and out of the water all the time, the water clarity is going to be at its best. But if it's storming or something, well, it's going to be what it's going to be. There's a lot of places like local shops that put up snorkel reports and visibility reports, and it'll even tell you beach names of what's like best. You want low waves, low swells. Basically, calm water is the best for snorkeling, which is going to be the best for your spearfishing. That'll get you your most success, I think. You can really go crazy and book a charter, and they'll take you wherever you want to go in the clearest, most fishiest water based on your abilities. That's also an option. But keep in mind, some places where you're at are going to be like different types of sanctuaries and things. So not everywhere can you spearfish. So you got your gear, you got your spot picked out. Now you just gotta go catch the fish. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is harder than it seems. Oh my goodness. And it seems like the more popular place you're in, the fish are more wary. It seems kind of dumb to say, but fish are smart. They're good at staying alive. What did we see? We saw turtles. Turtles are everywhere right now. Sperm whale are out in the bay. You're not gonna run into those unless you're going out on one of them boats. That'd be pretty neat. Lots of octopus, a few eels, and a lot of shooter fish. Take your time and get to know what's legal to shoot, what's not legal to shoot, and on the location you're at. It's not that difficult, but there are so many different varieties and color combinations of fish out here. I think that is the hardest part, is having that in your head, like, can I shoot this legally with confidence? I told my son basically anything over $1 bill, and we went over a few fish, and he's like, okay, cool, got it, and that's what he did. So easy peasy, got him some fish. I did not. My daughter got a fish. I did not. I'm telling you, it's a lot harder than it seems. So, but it is a great way to get out in the water, do another activity while you're out at the beach, while some people might just like laying around soaking up the sun. That's cool too. But this is just another thing you can do while you're out there. So like I said, this is just rudimentary advice from somebody who's never done something, but it's something that's always intrigued me. I wanted to do it. I got out there for the last 7 days, and I've been doing it. It's super fun. When I come back here or to another place where I can do this, am I going to do it differently? Heck yeah. I learned so much from finding locations, the type of fish I'm after, to the gear I'm using. But, you know, whatever. I wanted to get out there and try it, and I strongly suggest that you do too. Get out there and learn for yourself. But this is just some tips I wanted to share to help you get started, to make that first leap. It would have saved me maybe a couple days on the front end had I known what I know now. And that's how anything goes. So you live and you learn, but don't be afraid to get out there and try it. So, all right, thanks for tuning in. Stay safe.